is no better time than right now to declutter and get organized. My next guest works magic, turning our cabinet conundrums into storage solutions. Welcome back to New Day, Alan Regala from ShelfGenie. So good to see you, my friend.
It's great to see you, Amity.
You really do make magic. I'm always amazed. But just give us all an idea overall of how ShelfGenie can help us get organized.
Well, you know, ShelfGenie does custom storage solutions in people's homes, and so we come out and we find ways of making the space more efficient, more accessible, better organized.
And what are the common areas that you find yourself helping with?
Well, I'd say probably one of the most common is pantry.
Yep.
So oftentimes we're doing something like a cabinet pantry, like this one here, and you could just look and you see how deep those spaces are, and also how far apart those shelves are. And
yeah.
So much empty space, so much stacking, and can you just imagine trying to get to the stuff?
No, you're not going to find anything back there. As a matter of fact, it's going to be expired before you know it, and then you have to throw it away. So that just gives me anxiety looking at it. Okay, so tell me how you would reorganize that and what you've done here.
So what we do is we do a custom design for all of our clients. So based on the items that you have, we're going to design it so it's super efficient. So you see here, like the spaces match the heights of the items in here. You know, whether it's taller things and heavy things like juices, or things on the bottom like this. You know, storage containers with some dividers to organize. You know, baking. And, you know, if you have, sometimes people will put things like dishes or mugs.
You know what?
You know, maybe your favorite mug is in the back.
Yes, your favorite mug. You know what? Sometimes you got to get to that easily.
But, yeah, everything's super accessible. You know, they hold up to 100 pounds. And
that's the one thing, you know, Alan, when people stop me out in the real world, in IRL, they say, when you talk to ShelfGenie, what's the thing that you really like most? I'm like, it's the heavy loads it can carry. That's amazing to me. Tell us more about the product overall. I mean, you can tell this is built really, really well.
Yeah. So we have a couple different lines. So we've got some different material options. This is a 9-ply Baltic birch. It's super, super sturdy. It's furniture grade. We've got the beefy rails, 100 pounds. Actually, and I did mention, we actually have 200-pound rails as well.
Oh, do you?
The 100-pound is really just our standard. So we'd have even beefier rails for some spaces that are really wide or really deep. And, you know, it's backed with a lifetime warranty. Yeah. Which is, I think, awesome. And anything happens,
that speaks for it. Like lifetime warranty, when you throw that down, people are like, all right, I got you. All right, let's talk about other type of pantries too, like a closet pantry.
Yeah, so these closet pantries, you know, you've got a door and there's a kind of a drywall space like this. And normally you'll see just wire shelving, right? It looks just like this.
That's what my pantry looks like. It needs you bad.
Again, imagine trying to get to the back. What do you have back there?
I don't even know.
Right? You have no idea. So we'll take a space like this, and the same process through the design. We might mount things a little bit differently depending on the space, but you'll see here how much more efficient it can be, get all the stuff that's in the back of that space.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about under the sink, because I know that you have helped people with that, because that's a really unique area.
It is, and it's unique because the plumbing can be different like under every single sink. And so you can see here, one, you've got just stuff kind of everywhere. Yeah. Hard to get to the back, of course, right? Yeah. And then a lot of times you have that empty space at the top, which because you don't know what the plumbing is going to look like, it's hard to put a shelf there.
Yeah, it's so much wasted space, but look what you've done here. Live in our studio.
So we've got these glide out shelves that come out and you can get everything in the back, right? Cleaning supplies, sponges and gloves, and smaller things can be even stored on a level like this, which is utilizing that upper space, so you're gaining storage space.
This is great too, because, you know, here in Seattle, I mean, you're mandated to compost. That's the law. And so this is a great for that as well. Yeah. Let's talk about other storage spaces that are harder to work with, like bathroom sinks, because my bathroom sink is like this too.
Yeah, it's the same sort of scenario where we can utilize the glide out shelves to get to the back of that space. And then that upper space, there's so much usable space that we can create.
This is your house, right?
This is my house.
I remember going to your house and looking in there and going, this is amazing. Now we also have weird corner cabinets, and I just want to get out of the way because we have one here in his example. I want you to show this off because it's so cool. Yeah. Let's do the before first and show us what it looks like. So that's it, right? You got to have a kid crawl back there to get to your pots.
Hard to get to that. Like it goes in and cuts over to the side, and you literally get on your hands and knees to get to the back of that.
Yes, I've been there. Okay.
And so you're losing a lot of storage space oftentimes too. So we have a solution. It's called the blind corner solution, where we've got this glide out in the front. Now this one pulls all the way out so that you can, all your day-to-day stuff is what you're getting to really easily. And when you have those things that you use, maybe less often are the ones you're going to put in the back. But when you want to get to it, this just slides over, and then you can easily grab the things that were way in the back.
That's awesome.
So
great. That's one of my other favorite things I tell people about too. That is so great. Alan, thank you for taking this. It's so cool to see it in our studio, to see it in a kitchen I already know doesn't function that well, but now it's so great. And Shelf Genie, by the way, has a special for our viewers. The first 15 New Day callers will receive a free professional design consultation and free installation. There's a lot of free in that sentence right there. So hurry up, check it out.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Shelf Genie.